welcome to tonight's show. I'm Zeleny.
I'm Wendy.
The show is not intended for children under the age of 18 due to language, content, alcohol, you name it. But if you're the parent, you can do whatever you want. We don't care. The show is sponsored by Zell's Total Body Sculpting and Permanent Makeup. Let's see, what else? I think I got everything.
I think so. If not, we'll just add it later on.
Yeah, right? We're going to start the show. Well, first, let's say, Happy Cinco de Mayo! We're going to start the show by taking a shot. And what other than tequila? I like tequila. You like tequila. We like tequila today.
Cheers.
Wendy made a special drink because it's Cinco de Mayo. What is it?
It's called a Mexican Sunset.
Ooh, tell us what's in it.
Pineapple juice, amaretto, tequila, peach schnapps, and grenadine.
Let me taste it. That's yummy. I'm just quickly putting everybody's name in the wheel spinner because, as you know, we hit 500 subscribers, followers, however you want to say it. And I did want to wait until the very last minute to give you all a chance to join in. I'm going to be showing the basket. Do you have the tumbler? I do.
I was like, mine is
so
over
that
there.
it gives us a little bit of time so you can see. I'm going to show you the basket, but I don't want to pull the basket apart. So you can pull this apart and you can show.
Dum, dum, dum. As you can see, isn't it so pretty?
Oh, I was writing your name in here.
And it comes with the straw and the straw cleaner.
Oh, that's
being
cool.
Environmentally conscious and stuff.
Yeah, and I did want to shout out Jadil's Creation. They were the ones that made it. They made the shirt. The music that you hear, her husband produced our music from scratch. That's why we have all the copyrights to it. So thank you so much. And they did it in a little bit of time. We didn't give them much time. So thank you for that. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. She makes pens. He produces music, tumblers, shirts. So thank you for that. If you're looking for anything, personalized music, anything like that, pens. I know they do mini donuts. They do so much.
You said mini donuts?
Mini donuts. They're mini donuts in a cup. I think 5 come in them. I don't know the price off the top of my hands, but they do so much. Reach out to them. They're amazing.
You like how that was the only thing I paid attention to when you got to food.
I know.
Mini donuts.
Damn. All right. Let's see. Anybody else I'm missing? No. No.
So.
No. Let me see. What?
Arriba.
I know, right? I'm just kidding. Anyways, I could do that so much louder. But I'm going to show you the basket. All you had to do was share the post, tag 3 people, like our post, and that was about it.
And follow us.
Oh, yeah, follow us. But, boom. You got alcohol, tumbler, the shirt, the shot glass, the metal stainless steel cup, a card game to keep you busy while you're drinking, because we all know when you're drinking and you got a card game, everything goes to shit. But anyways, I'm so excited about that. I don't know. Did I show it long enough? I'm so excited. But there's the basket. I should have glued that down. Anyway, there it is. If you're not from here, we will ship it to you. I'll be reaching out to get your address. No, I'm not going to stalk you. I don't care where you live. I just want to get that to you. But
I have been wanting to develop some skills.
anyway, she, not me. But it was really easy. If you didn't follow all those 3 things, or if your page was private and we couldn't see that you followed those 3 things, unfortunately, it took you out of the running. Rules are rules. Sorry about that. But yeah, let me just take one last peek.
We'll choose the winner, like maybe midway through show.
Oh, we're not gonna do it right away?
Oh, leave them in suspense.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Leave them
okay.
in suspense.
Oh, my bad. I was ready to get it done and over with. As you can see, I'm pumped up, you know? But
I want them tuning in every so often. Like, did she announce it? Did she announce it? Did she
Oh.
announce it?
you're so smart. I would have just done that. Yeah, because then you are going to want to log off and stuff.
It's like delayed gratification.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway. So, wait a minute.
What?
So, wait a minute. So, I was going to say, do they still have a chance of entering?
Well, if they share the post, they would have to tag us. So we. Oh no. Huh.
No, forget it. No,
Yeah,
it's
this is the
done.
deadline. Let's not make it complicated.
All right.
Maybe our next raffle, you guys can join if you haven't yet.
All right. So let's talk about our 3 topics for tonight. We're going to talk about nationality and how much pride you have in it. We're going to talk about immigrants and the treatment of them. Speaking a different language, whether it's Spanish, Arabic, Greek,
Japanese, Korean, you name it.
you name it, in a predominantly
English
white,
area.
oh yeah, English,
white, I guess.
yeah, area, or, at work, because I do have something to say about that. So, is everybody enjoying your Cinco de Mayo?
Oh,
Yeah?
Take a shot of tequila.
Yeah, you enjoying them tacos, that Corona, those margaritas?
Ooh, a mango margarita would be fucking
Right,
nice.
right? Yeah. Woo, woo, right. But yet you don't want those people here. Let's talk about that.
Is that going to be up for something?
Yeah,
All right. Let's just
we're
talk
talking about it. Right? You enjoying your ponchos, you enjoying your Coronas, you enjoying them tacos,
They
right?
enjoy the holidays and their food.
Right?
They don't enjoy the people.
Everybody wants to do that. But you don't want those people here. You want them deported. Those little trucks that you see in the corner that you're calling the city on, you don't want them here. But yet you're all hyped about eating those tacos. You're not going to Taco Bell.
Or when they need work done on the house, you give them all the time, like, well, I'm going to stop by Home Depot and get some immigrants because we know they can do it on the low, to clean the house, to cook for you, to babysit, just because they won't charge as much because, they're an immigrant.
Oh yeah, they actually have fun here in Puerto Rico, right? Right? You're having so much fun. Right? You're doing those, and let's not only talk about Cinco de Mayo. Let's talk about when you're dressing up in the green tutus and you're wearing the Lucky Charm. Yeah. You're doing them pub crawls and you're drinking the green beer, but yet you don't want the ancestors of the Irish people here.
Or how about Dia de los Muertos, or people that celebrate Ramadan.
I don't even know what Ramadan is,
It's
but
like a
okay.
Muslim holiday.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
I'm very closed off. You're calling the city on them, or how about the police that knock them over, take their money because they don't have their license, which costs $35.
Or if you're
Oh,
down
wait
south.
a minute. I'm sorry. Did that taco not taste too good now because we're mentioning it to you? That Corona's not sitting well in your belly because of that? Well, here's the reality of it. You wanna be a hypocrite when these people are making a living off of the little bit they make.
And I love how they're stealing our jobs. You mean to tell me?
A job you don't want to work.
Exactly.
You don't want to work, but they're willing to work it.
Exactly. I'm like, they're the reason you're unemployed? That job was open for how long? You didn't apply for it.
Or let's just say, oh, but they don't pay taxes. There's a lot of immigrants here that are actually paying taxes, but they can't get the legal status because the government doesn't want to give it to them. Or they're making them jump hoops and pay the legal system, such as lawyers, the fees, and you still...
Those fees are expensive.
Very
too.
much expensive. Ooh, this topic is making me hot just because
You want to get off?
It's just, hey, just because they want you to pay, what? All those fees. Because I know people who are trying to do it the legal way.
Oh, I do too.
And they still get stopped in each one, because this can drag out for years.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, in 6 months you're a legal citizen, that's it. It's a long process. And the testing and the studying and the lawyers and the paperwork and the investigation.
And I'm not saying everybody feels that way. I'm not saying everybody who is not of colored feels that way. Let me see what you sent me.
What else? I feel like I sent you a lot.
You do send me a lot of stuff, but I love it. I love it. The 20 immigrants that have gone missing.
Oh, you talking about the ones that got shot?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, not missing, that they're shot. Greg Abbott, he's giving a $50K reward for information on the criminal who killed 5, I really exaggerated that, 20 to 5. 5 illegal immigrants who were killed last Friday.
And I really hate the fact that he had to be like, well, who killed those 5 illegal immigrants? They're human. Whatever their status is, regardless, that you should have just like that killed those 5 people.
They were
Regardless,
5.
yeah.
Just because their status here in the United States is not legal.
Unless you're trying to push this as a hate crime, then I understand you having to emphasize the illegal immigrant. But if you're not going to push to punish a person as a hate crime, then fucking just say the person that killed 5 people.
Right. And he is an American. He's white. Let's just say it that way. He's white. And he's pushing to find out who did this. So I'm not here to bash Americans. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, don't be a hypocrite. Don't want to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Don't want to celebrate Lucky Charms. What is that?
St. Patty's.
St. Patty's Day.
I love the fact that you call it Lucky
I
Charms.
can't. That's the only thing I can think of is the leprechaun in green. I'm sorry. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you are one of those people,
Like, don't push for them not to be here, but then celebrate all the other
Right.
holidays.
don't go around bar hopping.
You know what it is that American has a tendency to make a holiday out of anything so that we have a reason to drink.
To party.
Yeah.
Right. Keep it real. Keep it real to yourself. Keep it real to what you believe in. If that's what you believe in, then do that. Be about it. Be real 100%. I'm hot. This makes me real. This makes me upset. Because not everybody is trying to be on the side of, I like Cinco de Mayo. And it's not because I'm Puerto Rican or not because I like drinking. It's because I stand with the community that if you're here to make a better life for yourself, yes, make sure that you're following everything that you need to from a legal standpoint. That way you have the exact same freedom as everybody else. And I'm not saying that you should be here illegally, because you shouldn't have to live in fear of ever getting stopped or being able to drive a car or whatnot, because these people are working just as hard as you are to have a better life. That's all I'm saying. Let me get back to where I'm supposed to be.
I think as like Americans, I can't speak for other countries because I clearly don't live there. I was like, we celebrate a lot of holidays, especially those that give us reason to drink. Like St. Patty's, we do drink. Cinco de Mayo, we drink.
You drink for everything. I'm not you. No, I didn't mean you.
I do. I
drink for everything too.
I'm not gonna lie, I do.
When I'm
not an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I like drinking. I like drinking. But any little thing you find. Easter, you find the reason to drink, especially when you're in a culture.
Isn't there like adult Easter egg hunts? Like we turn it to a drinking thing. But
there's an adult Easter egg hunt, like you said. What do they put in the eggs?
Alcohol.
Little mini alcohols.
But here's my thing. I'm like, I don't care if you want to go celebrate whatever reason. Like, if people need an excuse to drink, then do you. We're all adults. We technically don't need fucking excuses to drink. If we want to drink, we just drink, point blank. But at least if you're going to pretend to celebrate the holiday, at least have an idea of what the holiday is about. So,
right.
Like, don't just be like, oh, it's Mexico's Independence Day. No, bitch, it is not. Theirs is like in September. But I mean, like, it doesn't take much. You all have phones, we're glued to it, like, to Google or support or whatever. I mean, granted, not everyone's for illegal immigrants, and I understand the whole stance. Like, if they want to be a citizen, they should go through the legal ways. But we hear so much about the cartel. How many, like, was it a couple of months ago, about how they arrested the son of the cartel or whatever, and then they were blowing up fucking airports in Mexico. I mean, shit goes down in all these other countries. Like, what was it? I want to say it was like Muslims, where they were shooting women, killing women because they were like freaking protesting and demanding to have equal rights, or actually not equal rights, to fucking learn, to be able to grab an education and shit like that. It's like, we complain and complain and complain about people doing all this shit, but they're just trying to get freedom. They want to live their life in peace, and who are we to say they can't? How do we deem who can and who cannot? Like,
or even if they want to come here for a better life, they don't realize living here is not a better life. Oh, but even if they try to come here for a better life, we don't know what they're doing behind closed doors to get a better life. We don't know if they're speaking to a lawyer. We don't know how much they've paid to try, or if they're in the process. So to treat them inhumane boggles me. They're a human just like us. They deserve to be treated better.
What about those deportation centers? You seen? Like, they get treated worse than some of our fucking prisoners.
And here's my thing.
Children there too.
Right. Back when Trump was in office, it was very much in the news. We saw a lot of it in the news. Now that he's not in office, why hasn't it been put on the news? We don't hear about it anymore. Because it's still going on, though. It's very much still going on. It's still being there. There's a lot of children that are not being put in these centers, such as...
remember how they were missing people? People were missing from these deportation centers, and nobody could seem to fucking... How the fuck you lose a person? It's not even just a person, because it was
a child.
Yeah, but it was numerous.
Very much.
I'm like, I have kids, and I haven't lost my fucking kids. Like, and they're not leaving anywhere. They can't go nowhere.
We're not losing our kids. The system is losing their children.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you have them in a fucking cage.
Yeah.
And you lost them?
Yes.
How do you fucking manage that?
I don't know. But we have to move on to the next subject. This being said, as you're downing that taco, as you're downing that Corona, as you're downing that margarita, think about it. If you really don't think these people belong in this country, then maybe you shouldn't be celebrating Cinco de Mayo today. Maybe you shouldn't be celebrating Lucky Charm. Maybe you shouldn't be celebrating anything that doesn't have to do with your nationality. But think about it also. What is your nationality? You're mixed. That plain and that simple. There's nobody that's one nationality. And if you don't believe me, why don't you do the ancestry, so you can see what you are.
Talking about nationality. So it's a little off topic, but this one like hurt my soul.
Do I have to reel you in?
It's just really quick.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about it. This autistic 17-year-old boy, Jewish, like nonverbal, got assaulted. They fucking engraved the swastika sign on his back.
Wait, stop. That belongs on a Topic Tuesday. Topic Tuesday, Wendy. We need to submit that on a Tuesday because that needs to be talked about.
Okay.
That definitely needs to be talked about. What is the community doing? How did that happen? How did they do it? Where did it happen?
They don't know who did it.
That's bullshit.
I know.
Anyway, okay, let's go back. Because it's Cinco de Mayo and we're keeping it in the same line. Because that's going to upset me. We're a bunch of nuts. Yeah, I believe that.
No,
mutts.
you know
Mutts. Well,
I mean,
mutts and nuts. Yes.
Like, nuts apply too.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about nationality pride. Since we're talking about Cinco de Mayo, let's talk about nationality pride. Wendy, hello. Thank you for joining. Hello. Do you get offended when somebody calls you something else other than what you are?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Because why should I? You know how many times people have confused my race? I'm not going to take offense to it. I'm like, the only time I take offense to it, I'm lying.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I am lying. The only time I fucking take offense to it is when they're like, oh, you must be mixed. Because you don't speak like them. You sound very educated. Bitch, why the fuck I have to be mixed because I sound educated? What are you trying to imply?
Number one, that is very offensive to, what are you? Let's just get that out there. What are you?
What's your guess? I'll answer in a bit. I want to know what you guys think. I love hearing people's ideas because I've gotten like mulatto.
If I were to look at you, I would say you're probably black and white.
I get that a lot.
Just because you hardly speak Spanish. You hardly speak Spanish. If I were to know, to just see you.
And it's crazy. A lot of Spanish people, without me speaking, will look at my body and be able to decide what you are. Yeah, it's like, that's so fucked up. Oh, if I straighten my hair, I definitely got like Indian or Muslim. So I'm like I don't really take offense. The only time I take offense is when you're trying to imply I'm a certain nationality because of the way I speak or the way I carry myself. That's the only time I find it really funny.
The only time I can tell what you are is when you're with your parents or something like that, or your other siblings. Then I know what you are.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah.
I would have to say, if you call me something other than what I am, I might get offended. I might get offended just because I'm okay. Wait,
go ahead. I'm listening. I'm intrigued.
So I always tell people, I'm white. I'm white. I was born here. I was raised here, and my parents they're Puerto Rican. They were born and they were raised in their land, but I was born and I was raised here. So I am technically white. And everybody's like, no, you're Puerto Rican. But deep down inside, I am very prideful of what I am. I try to teach my kids that they're Puerto Rican as well. Don't call me anything other than what I am, because I am supposed to be proudful of what I am. I know a lot of people, especially in the Spanish community, you cannot call a Puerto Rican Dominican, and you cannot call a Dominican Puerto Rican.
Or call a Dominican black. We have one of the biggest colorisms in the Dominican community, to be honest. Like, they take so much offense, and it's crazy, because look at my hair. It's kinky, it's coily,
You're giving away what you are.
With
what you just said, you gave away what you are.
I'm like, our skin color ranges, but most of us are towards dark. Like, shit, my grandmother is black. Like, if you look at her skin color, she's a lot darker than I am. I'm like, you could confuse her for a black person.
My son is from the darker part of Puerto Rico. And they're always saying, oh, él es moreno because of his hair. Like, if he were to let it grow out, it's kinky.
Yeah.
And I am personally like, don't say that about my son. My son is Puerto Rican. Just because, he has pelo kinky. And I constantly say that. And they're like, no, but él viene de los morenos de Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He comes from the black part of Puerto Rico. And you shouldn't say that because Puerto Ricans are Tainos. We have black, we have Indian, and all of that. But Puerto Ricans are very prideful. And it just comes from how they're rooted from their families. My grandfather was dark. He's dark skinned. He's black. He was black. Well, he was black. Because he's no longer with us. But he used to tell us, don't you dare date outside of your race, like a black person. He was very racist. Because vas a dañar la raza, you're going to damage our race. And we would look at him like, bro, you're black. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. It's how you're raised. So even if you were to compare us to a Dominican, which is our neighbor, that you cannot do that, especially for our culture. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, and it's a mindset that needs to be changed because it's ridiculous. Because same thing, like growing up, I've heard a lot. Basically date a white person. Like date someone lighter than you because you don't want your kids to be ugly. You are implying dark-skinned people are fucking ugly just because their skin is darker. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, I know Dominicans, we're gradually changing our mindset, but we seek those European cultures so badly. Like, ask how many Dominicans fucking relax their hair so they can have that dead, bone straight fucking hair. The weekly salon trips where they fucking burning your hair so that you can have it dead straight. No hints of your curly hair at all or your kinkiness. And it's like, oh, you don't want to date a black person because you don't want your kid to come out darker.
So, in looking up information, when people did that in the past, it was because they had poor self-esteem or shame. You see nowadays a lot of people are accepting.
It's like the newer generation,
right?
Yeah,
they're accepting the curliness. They're accepting what they were born with. Or
they made the term Afro-Latino, right?
Right.
Because we're starting to accept the fact that we're not just Spanish. We do have black in us. Like, there's no way you can claim to be whatever heritage and not claim what made you up.
But try explaining that to
an older generation.
Or your whatever race you are. I know we haven't said that yet.
I think I gave myself out away already.
Yes. And try introducing another race to your family as a partner. It's not, yes, your parents may accept it, but try introducing that to your grandparents.
Well, if you bring a white person, it's a plus.
Right.
It's like, you got yourself a good one. Why? Why is that one a good one? For all you know, he could beat the shit out you behind closed doors. Skin color don't determine shit.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No, I can't. It's like sometimes it's not even a race type of thing. It's a mentality type of thing. It's a handful of a certain race that I can't stand. And you know that. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. It's just because of how they act.
Are you talking about these?
No, I'm talking about these.
Because those are the ones are mine. That's my, like...
No.
Those are the ones I really... Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, it's the way they act. It's the way they talk. Lambones. They're like...
I won't date one.
Right.
I'm going to say it.
I am not.
I will. I am Dominican. And one race I refuse to date is Dominican. I will not date a Dominican man. I have. He was mixed. He was born here and his parents... Well, whatever. You get my drift. I will not date a Dominican man again.
They rarely ask questions about other people because they're so into themselves.
That's because they got like 2 families to maintain. That's why they ain't asking questions, because that requires them to remember shit.
They always want to dominate.
Family 1, family 2, which one is it?
They always want to dominate conversations. They always want to be center of attention. They always think about themselves. They rarely compliment other people. There's so much that you can go
They're
on
man whores.
and on and on and on. So when you compare me to somebody of that culture, I take offense to that.
It's the gender, not the culture.
Okay.
Because the Dominican women don't act the same way.
A lot of them do. There's a handful. Wendy, stop, because I love you. I really do.
No, I'm not offended.
There's a lot of women that are like that.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're not basing your idea of me because of the way I speak or carry, I really don't give a shit.
There's like a handful. And maybe not all of them are like that. Not all of them are like that, but a lot of them portray. So when you compare...
Well, Dominican women are gold diggers.
I
can say that.
Because she's Dominican. But we're going to get kicked off of...
TikTok?
Yes, because of that.
Well, if I'm basing it on my real life experience, can they kick me off for that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It was a general opinion that I said about Jay-Z and we got kicked off.
True story.
Yes.
Well, Jay-Z got like more money than both of us combined.
I don't know.
Well, probably all downtown combined. But
I don't know. But, so I think here, why you have so much nationality pride is because when you feel a certain type of way about a nationality and they compare you to that nationality, you now take offense to it. So, and the thing you have to realize is not everybody. There's one of my best friends is that nationality. You're that, and I love you guys. So, you have to open up sometimes your mind to realize not everybody's like that. It's that one person that is like that.
It's not just the one person.
Your interaction with that one person was like that. Or that, let's just say 3 people, 2 were like that and 1 is not. The same thing you would say of a Puerto Rican person.
Yeah.
If you met 3 of them, 3 were like that, but the other 2 that you met were not like that. Because, we can all say this. I'm petty Zelly. I'm very petty. Very, very petty. But not every Puerto Rican person that you will meet is petty like me.
Yeah.
So your interaction, so when they compare you and they say, are you Puerto Rican? Oh, don't compare me to a Puerto Rican person because of your interaction off of me.
What I think,
because that's my personality.
But you notice almost all Caribbean people hate it when you call them Mexican, though?
But that's still a Puerto Rican thing, though.
Uh-huh.
That's still a Puerto Rican thing, though.
Not every Puerto Rican, though, is petty.
Yes, it is.
There is not every... No, because the pettiness is me. It's my personality.
It's mostly a Puerto Rican thing.
No, because not every Dominican, not every Dominican though.
No.
Is
have you ever heard of
lambón? Because you're not lambón.
Have you ever heard of
most of them are.
But have you ever heard of a Mexican petty person?
No.
I don't.
Exactly.
No, they're so humble. A Mexican is very humble. You want to know why? Because they're always hiding and ducking because they don't want to be deported.
Puerto Ricans are petty.
Right there, I just proved the pettiness. See, that's my personality.
That's a Puerto Rican trait.
No, I don't think so. So, okay. So this I've got to ask. Because as you know, we have a live audience today. You were all invited to come be part of the live audience. So what they're saying is every Puerto Rican, a live audience, and I wish we could have a way to turn.
Swivel it around.
Yeah, swivel the camera, and we don't. We're working on it, guys. It's a work in progress. Basically, the live audience member, I based my pettiness off of my personality. We all know I'm petty Zelly. He said, every Puerto Rican, that's their trait. They're petty. Do you guys agree with that? Every Puerto Rican you've encountered, they're petty. Let us know in the comments. We want to know. We want to have an interaction. Do you feel every Puerto Rican you've encountered, they're petty?
I'm petty.
You're petty. And you said, right?
Alright, I can be hella petty, but I also know I can be hella bitch. But
they call me that. They say I'm a bitch all the time. But I'm Puerto Rican. What are you, Wendy?
Dominican.
You're Dominican.
Maybe it's not a race thing, but a gender
thing. Because I don't think, okay, let's see. Going back to you. You know another Puerto Rican that's in the room that's sitting to the right of you. Is he petty? Because I feel like he's humble.
To the right is over here, hon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, to the left. His left. His left. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he's from the country in Puerto Rico.
That doesn't matter. You just said all Puerto Ricans, whether you're country or hood.
Most Puerto Ricans.
That's not what he said.
So are you saying Puerto Rican based in the U.S.?
Or are you saying, okay, let's talk about that. Or are you saying Puerto Rican women? Now let's talk about gender.
No.
Because Puerto Rican women could be petty.
Very. That's a given fact. But that's because a woman is going
It's
to be a
a
woman.
fact?
It's because a woman is going to be a woman. A woman are petty.
Men be petty too.
Men are
be
very
fucking
much petty.
too. Do not act like it's a female trait only.
But as a male, who is recognized to be petty? What race is recognized as a male to be petty?
Women.
No, I'm saying as a male.
As a
White people.
Men.
What?
White people, you think white people are petty?
They're very much petty. Yes, cheat on a white man and see how petty he'll be.
I was going to say the same thing about a woman.
Cheat on a white man and see how petty he'll be.
Scratch up your car. burn
No,
your clothes.
he'll
No,
no.
we're not talking about. Okay, time out.
He'll
Time
put us
out.
in jail.
That's
Time
petty.
out. We're not talking about gender. We're talking about nationality right now. So reel it back in.
But I said the question in nationality. A
Yes.
male, what nationality and a male is known to be petty?
White. Petty white. Men.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But with women,
Because I feel like a Puerto Rican
No,
man,
I feel like
Or
with
number
women
one.
it's just women.
nationality,
Nah.
Puerto Rican and
Like,
Dominican
women is
men
not-
will beat the shit out of us. They're not petty. They'll beat the shit out of us. They'll choke us and leave us in the hospital. And then
And
tell
have
us
a whole
don't say
nother family.
nothing.
sometimes y'all need that.
Fuck you.
Sometimes y'all need
I'm gonna
that.
let you know. These hands are
Coco
free. I
Tazo
get back.
right over the head. Sometimes.
Coco, that's on my ass. But anyways. Look. But I think pettiness is a female trait. I don't think it has anything to do with nationality.
I don't think it has nothing to do with
Because
nationality either. I think it's
Dominican
a
women,
female
black
trait.
women, Puerto Rican women, regardless, we will be petty.
Yes.
I think when it comes to men, it is
I
more
will
a
be
white
petty.
man trait.
It's
But-
a white man's trait. Yes.
Anyways, that's not the point. Let's go back. Nationality. Why do we get offended when we get called, well, not nationality, I guess more ethnicity. Why do we get offended when we get called something else? Like, I have yet to meet a Caribbean country where they don't get offended when they get mixed up with Mexicans.
Don't call me a Mexican.
Colombians, Peru, like all of them get offended if you call them a Mexican.
Yes.
Like, it sounds horrible, it sounds so fucked up, and I don't feel that way, but it's like Mexicans are at the bottom of the fucking soda bowl.
And they're some of the best people.
They are.
They are. They're the most humblest you will find.
Someone was like Sagittarius men. I'm gonna say Leo men.
Yeah. Nope. I agree. Sagittarius men are the. Yep.
I said
Yes.
Leo men.
Yep. Nope. They got that fire in them. They cannot. Nope. Yes. Agreed.
Anyways. What was the other?
And that's funny because we're talking about nationality, but as you can tell, I don't think it's a nationality thing. It's a gender thing.
What is a gender thing?
It,
The pettiness or?
when we want to categorize something, it's not a nationality thing. If we're gonna talk, when we want to categorize a person, it's their nationality, it's their gender, it's where they're from, it's how they were raised. So you cannot base certain things off of someone's nationality if you want to be specific.
Except when it comes to Puerto Rican women.
Except, okay.
But
so,
I mean, there's so many stereotypes about Dominican
it's
men.
not only Puerto
Sure.
Rican women.
There's very much, but
So
just like there's
can
very
we say no? Because
stereotypes of
let's talk about
men.
Dominican women. Let's talk about
Why you point at me?
Let's talk about Peruvian women. Let's talk about Mexican women because the Mexican women are feisty.
They're docile as shit and submissive. submissive.
No, they're not.
The fuck they aren't.
No, they aren't.
They're submissive.
No, they
Thank
aren't.
you. The Mexican women are submissive.
No,
as
they
fuck.
aren't. No,
Yes,
they aren't. Not the
Thinking
ones.
of Selma Hayek and fucking Frida Kahlo. Those are probably the only two exceptions to the Mexican women race. And
The only problem is, you think they're very submissive.
Most Mexican women are.
No, they will hit you with a frying pan and tell you
to their kids, but not to their husbands. Their husbands run them households.
Yes, sir.
You know how many?
The way it's supposed to be.
Should I stab you now or later?
We could do it now, later, tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, my ass.
The way it's supposed to be. Yes.
If a man knows how to fucking run shit, maybe we would follow, but most men are fucking stupid.
Women, let me tell you what, a woman.
Wait, time out. You know what?
The
Now this is the whole
marriage
gender
rate
thing.
in South America
Anyway,
is higher.
we're gonna move
than
on to the
ones
next subject
in
because
America.
I'm about to stab somebody. Let me just tell you this
We're
very, very
not
clearly.
divorced.
A woman has no problem following if a man knows how to lead correctly.
That's bull
If
crap.
a woman is
That's
not
bull crap.
following you, it's
That's
because
bull
you don't
crap.
know,
That's
you do
bull
not know
crap.
how to lead correctly.
bull crap.
Sit
will
down
say-
and read a book.
I will say I have a very dominant personality. A very motherfucking dominant
That's
personality.
what American
But
women say.
if I find someone who knows how to fucking lead, I can be submissive. Now here's the thing.
There ain't no man here that knows how to lead correctly.
That is a motherfucking
That's-
problem.
That is a lie.
Okay, most men, and I don't mean like, oh, I need
Let
you
me
to
reel
hold
you
my
back
hand.
in. We're not going to keep
Yes,
going
you're right.
with it. Let's go on to the next subject.
This is gonna be like an after podcast conversation.
Yes, because let me tell you what, there ain't no man in this room that knows how to lead correctly.
2 hours
Next subject.
podcast.
Next subject.
2 hours
Speaking a different language.
There's not a
Speaking
woman
of
in this
different,
room that know how to follow.
I'm not gonna follow if you don't know how to
You
lead.
don't know how to follow.
You sound like a goddamn mess.
Next subject. There ain't no man that knows how to lead.
Wait, that's not even the topic. We reeling it back in. What's
Anyways,
the other one?
speaking a different language in a predominantly white area, or is that appropriate to say white area?
English, whatever,
English,
white,
whatever.
Caucasian, however you wanna call it.
Caucasian. Yeah. Okay. We've all seen a lot of, not memes, but reels, videos that go online where you're paying at a register and you're of a different nationality, and there's somebody behind you telling you you need to learn how to speak English if you're going to be here in America. How do you respond to that?
America doesn't even have a fucking like an official language. That's the
Thank
shit
you
that
very
pisses me
much.
off. And at the rate we're going, English is not being the most spoken language at this rate.
When you go for a job interview, if you know how to speak a different language, you get paid more money. Let me tell you that.
You're always looking for bilinguals. It doesn't
Right.
mean specifically Spanish, just that you can speak a different language.
Do you get paid more money just to speak English? No, you don't. If you know how to speak 3, 4 different languages, you get paid more money.
Wait, talking about languages, if any of y'all know how to speak French, I would fucking love to learn it because France is on my bucket list. So,
Follow
me.
me. Hello.
Arabic's better.
If you know how to speak it, you get paid more money.
I need a tutor. We don't gotta meet a person. We got fucking internet. I can say my name and like count to 10 and maybe tell you where I live.
If you
But
ever-
I need a tutor.
If you ever found yourself in a situation like that, how would you handle it?
Probably don't punch somebody.
I don't think I'd be able to handle it with grace and give the Spanish community like she handled that with grace, because I think I would turn around and throat punch you if you told me to speak English
You
in
know what?
America.
I'm gonna be honest. I think if you say it to like my grandmother, I'm throat punching you.
If you
Fuck
said it to me,
that.
I don't care if you said it to my grandmother, my mom, my sister, my brother, my best friend, to anybody. If you said it to my dog and my dog was barking and you told him to speak English, I think I would throat punch you. Who gives you the right to tell anybody to speak English in America when America does not have a language that you need to speak? Google it. Googlea. Google it. Google it. Thank you. Google
I think
it.
if it's me, I'm just gonna try to cuss you out in as many languages as I know. That's it.
And see, I don't have the patience
But
to sit there
if
and
it's-
argue with somebody.
If it's like my parents or my grandmother, you just get throw punch because they don't even understand what the fuck you're saying. They don't speak a lick of English, so. Well, my parents are deaf, but my grandmother doesn't speak English either, so.
Here's the next thing. If you see somebody who is doing that and you don't speak up either,
You're as bad as the
you're
fucking
just
person
as
doing
bad
it.
as the next person.
Yep. I agree. Like, it's not even just about the speaking. Like, anything. If you see something happening, you just stand by it, don't act, you're just as bad as the fucking person doing it.
So, I have a story. At my job, I don't say where I work. It's not on my profile. It's not on my social media, so I can say this.
Oh, mine's on LinkedIn, so I can't say shit. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Do I even have that? I don't even know if I have that. I might have that, but I don't even go on there, so I don't even think I'm
I need
friends.
to go job search.
I don't even think I'm friends with anybody. So my old... Do I have the volume up? Anyway,
What?
my old boss, I thought I had the volume up on this and I was hearing myself. My old boss, she had made a rule. And there's a lot of Middle Eastern people that work who are technicians out on the floor that process strips where I work. So they speak amongst each other
In their language.
in their language. She made it a rule that they had to speak English and only English while working. She took it to HR and HR signed off on that. I took offense to that. I'm Spanish. Yo voy a hablar español. A mí no me importa tres carajos. You're not, and HR signed off on it. So she wanted them to speak English even while they were on break.
Oh,
And
no.
that can't happen.
No.
When you're clocked out, you can speak whatever you want. And she was like, well, you need to enforce it. I said, no, that's not going to happen. While they're out on the floor, I can understand, and that I can enforce. But when they're not on the floor and they're on their break, they're on their 30-minute, they're walking, I can't tell them to speak English.
Yeah, that's their break.
I was like, you're not even going to make me speak English because I'm going to be on that phone like in Spanish. And she was like, well, it's a safety hazard. I was like, for what?
On break, it's not a fucking safety hazard.
And she was like, well, you never know what they could be planning.
She's scared of terrorism.
Yes. She was like, you don't know what they could be planning. I was like, planning what?
That's why you need to
Like,
be like,
planning
and then
what?
employees could be postal and come in here and shoot us up. It's not just
I'm
us.
like,
Anybody could do that.
yes.
And I'm sorry, I think most
I
of
could
my
be
people
like-
are postal.
Exactly.
You know?
Keep that in silence.
Like,
I need to shut up because I be telling my job all the time I'm gonna burn the place down.
Yeah. you know? So I'm sitting there like, you can't make them do that.
No, not during break. I can
No.
understand on the floor because we have the same rule, and it's not just this company, like previous jobs as well, where it's like one of the reasons why you can't speak a different language on the floor is because number one, you're worried about the other employees.
Right.
You don't want anyone to feel like it's being discriminated, and you need to know what they're saying because if you're talking to someone in a different language about the job, and you might be giving them the wrong information, and no one's gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get that. But to try to enforce it during someone's break or lunch, that's fucking ridiculous.
Like, I get it during work as well. Because I could be talking hella shit in Spanish.
I talk hella shit in English.
I talk hella shit with my eyes. I look at my best friend and I'd be like, you can tell with my eyes. I don't even need my hands. I don't need a different language for it.
I mean, like, now that we have less than 100 people, we don't have HR anymore, so I just talk much shit.
Oh, well, sounds good. I need to come work with you. But, my thing is, for you to have the balls to speak to someone and tell them that they need to speak a certain, at a store, I get it at work. At work, it's different. At work, if you need to be told while you're clocked in, you need to speak a language that everybody understands, okay, fine. That is understandable, especially with what happened 9/11. I get it. Something terrible happened here in the United States. I get it. For work. However, if I'm shopping at Target, if I'm walking in the park, if I am at Mayfair, if I am at Dorney Park, if it doesn't matter where I'm at, and you tell me to talk English, say goodbye to your front teeth. You don't need your fronts no more. Because I'm not gonna talk. So if you have the balls to do that to somebody, be prepared for what's gonna come back at you. Because not everybody's docile to not wanna say something back to you. And I think honestly, people who do that know who to say it to.
Of course. They know who to pick at. And then you don't know, I mean, in most of these videos that they show, they usually are talking an older Spanish woman.
Yeah.
It's not an older Spanish man, it's always an older Spanish woman. Because they're like, oh, she's probably worried about her status, so she might not understand or whatever. So she's easier to bully.
What the? Wendy!
What?
You took away the excitement I had for the raffle.
Oh, shit.
You said halfway through and we're already at the end.
Alright, do the raffle, do the raffle.
Jesus.
We doing the raffle!
Alright, so, you made them stay all the way to the end. You is so slick. Alright, guys.
This is the gratification part. Delayed gratification. Doesn't it make it better?
Yeah.
My crack is showing. My crack is showing. Alright. Alright, guys.
When you started,
That's true, we did start
you
late.
guys still have 10 minutes when you start late.
Alright. I put everybody's name. Everybody's name is in. You can see, no cheating. If you missed out on it, it's because this was simple. It was so simple. Alright. Oh, wait. There is no love.
I don't know what you're doing. Okay.
Nope. Let's see. Ha! Lunes!
Yeah!
She's here! And she happens to be my best friend, and you can see I didn't cheat.
Oh,
Hey!
you ain't gotta ship it nowhere!
I don't gotta ship it! What? Dale por atrás.
Dale por atrás.
Dale por atrás. Hey!
She's in the live audience, guys.
She is in the live audience. Hey!
No?
Well, what happened? Alright.
I'm excited.
Y'all see? I didn't cheat. It was there. Woo woo! So excited! You did. Alright. With that being said, we guys hope you enjoy your Cinco de Mayo. Remember, treat those with kindness because they're humans. Be proud of your nationality, of every nationality, because we're all the same. Again, we're human.
Oh, you're looking at me to say something?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Have a safe weekend. Be careful drinking and driving, and don't be a fucking dick. That's it. Be a fucking human being.
Yeah. All right. Have a good weekend.